Hey everyone, this is Matt from FunnelPacks. This is the first in a series of 4 videos we're recording for Split Hero. And today we're just going to cover how to connect your website to Split Hero, how to run a split test, and what kind of things we should be split testing on a page. So you can see my dashboard in front of me at the moment has got nothing connected, and that's fine. What we're going to do is we're going to connect our domain now. Now to do that, we would click Connect to Domain. We have an API key here, which hopefully I've managed to blur out when I've edited this video. And then obviously we can click here to download the plugin. Now this small plugin goes into your WordPress site, and you put in your API key and you just sync up your data and bring it across. It's a simple little plugin to install, and I'll show you how that works now. So I have an Elementor test site. This test site we use in FunnelPacks just for testing out our FunnelPacks for recording tutorial videos and that sort of thing. It's using the Astra theme, and I believe it's just one of the Astra sites, so it's just something on here. What I will do is I will test a landing page today, so we can test a quick landing page and a thank you page and sync it all up. I wouldn't spend too much time on the particular copy on the pages. We'll just run a quick test, maybe like a button color change or something like that. I know button color changes, Adam Lacey in particular is not super keen on. I still think they're quite relevant, but let's say we'll change a headline and a button color, something like that here. So we need to connect our site up, so let's go into the dashboard, and then we're going to go down to our plugins. As like I said, this has got a bunch of plugins which we use for testing and various bits and bobs, and you can see we've got cart flows and things installed as well. So let us make sure we put Adam's plugin in now. Forgive me if my throat sounds a bit sore, by the way. I have quite a sore throat at the moment. Okay, choose file, and we go to our desktop, and we'll grab the Split Hero zip file, install that, and when that's finished, we'll activate it. Like my local site's pretending it wants to be in Africa here, speedwise. Okay, so we'll activate that now, and then let's go and grab our API key. Okay, there's a new update from the one I downloaded, that's fine. Okay, now let's go into the settings and set things up. So we have our API token, I'm going to hit save. And then we can sync here, and we can return to start a campaign. Now before we do go and do the sync, what I need to do is make a variation of a page. So if I go into all pages, and I will just pick the landing page for web design as an example. So this is a landing page from one of our funnel packs. You've got a headline and various bits and pieces in here. What we're going to do is we'll change the header background color, and we'll change the button color just for our quick test. So let us come back out and make a duplication of this page. I don't have a duplication plugin installed because I am really good at making sure that I have these set up. So I'm going to pause the video, and through the magic of editing, we'll duplicate it. All right, there we go, the magic of pausing things. So let's duplicate that landing page. And then let's go in and edit that. And we just want to make sure we got the permalink set as 2, for example. Now what you would do if this is a live page is you'd make sure this is no indexed in your SEO plugin. Now I don't have an SEO plugin installed on this site, but obviously what I would do is I would make sure I no index the variation pages. So the way that Split Hero works with things is it will take your URLs and it will display them alternately to different visitors. So visitor 1 might see page 1, visitor 2 might see page 2, visitor 3 might see page 1, visitor 4 might see page 2, and so on. If you had an ABCD split test, it would be split out over obviously the 4 different pages. So your variation pages you want to set to no index, because everything's going to run from the main URL, and then the Split Hero system is going to work its magic and then send out the visitors to the different sections. So let's make a quick edit on this page, and what we're going to do is we're just going to go in and, like I said, change the color. Let's just change the color of the header and the color of the button just so we have a variation. Alright, so instead of that purple color that we've got on here when we were testing, let's just make that kind of a greeny color, and let's take the button color and set that to kind of a lighter green. So we have a variation. Don't worry too much about the hover, but that's horrible. That'll do. So we have a variation edit set. So now we have 2 different pages. That's fine. Now those pages themselves, if we come back in, so we just check it works fine. That's cool. Those pages will go through to a thank you page, and that should be the thank you page for the Web Design Funnel Pack. So if I go all the way through here, that'll be this one here. We'll have a quick look at that. So we only need one thank you page because that's our conversion page. So everything will come through to this page here. So now we've got our pages and our content set up. What we want to do is we want to sync everything with Split Hero. So let's go into settings in Split Hero and let's click sync. And what that's going to do is that's going to send the data of all our posts and pages over to Split Hero. And now we can go into create a campaign. So we're going to create a campaign page. Let's click create new campaign. And we choose the domain that we've got, which is just our local domain. And we call this web design landing page. That's our split test. And we're going to choose the URLs. So for this one, we've got the web design 1 and web design 2. So for test A, we always want to choose our main page, so the main version of things, because that's the main URL that everything will be loading from. No one will ever see the -2 here. They'll only see the web design page, so that's absolutely fine on here. If we had a couple more variations, we can actually make it an ABC or an ABCD split test, and we'd obviously put those in here as well. I'm happy to click next on this one. Now we're going to choose the thank you page, and you can see obviously we use a similar system to other people. So we've got landing pages, sales pages, thank you pages, etc. So we're going to use the thank you page of web design. We're going to choose next. Now we need to choose how long this is going to run for. Now typically what you would choose in terms of data, you want a good amount of data. So I would say at least a month. A month's a good amount of time. For a lot of our clients, when we've done this in the past, we would actually do sort of 2 or 3 months. But a month will allow you to get a good amount of data. Obviously, if they've only got maybe 5 people visiting in a month, then the split test is never going to be useful. You do want to have, at least 800 to 1,000 visitors over a month. So we're talking sort of 30 visitors a day, which should be achievable for any small business website. But it's certainly the bigger the website, the more data you're going to get out of this, which is great. So I would set, as it's currently the 14th of August, I would set this to end in about a month's time. So I'd go for the day before my birthday. If anyone wants to give me a present, you're more than welcome. It's 15th of September. And I'll be 21 again, or 36 in human years. Let's click next. And then what we can do now is click confirm and run. Or we can choose to save as a draft if we want to sort of check anything. So I'm going to choose confirm and run. And that's now live. So given how long that took, I just talk through it. You can literally get a campaign set up in under 60 seconds, which is absolutely what Adam claims on his website. So that's how quick it is to use Split Hero and get things set up. In terms of when we're doing a split test, what we want to do is we only want to test really 1 or maybe 2 things. And if you do 2 things, it needs to be small changes on a page. Because if you take a page and you change the copy, you change the hero image, you change button colors, you change background images, you change all sorts of things, you're not going to know what was more successful between page 1 and page 2. So when you're planning out your split test, you want to say, right, I'm going to change the headline and maybe a background image in the hero section, or I'm going to change this button color here, or I'm going to tweak some copy. I'm going to maybe move some rows around. So maybe you wanted to change how the story of your page unfolds. There's lots of different things you can do on a page, but just bear in mind when you are running a split test, the sensible thing is that you change one thing at a time. You gather up that data, and then you look at the results and you can move on from there. So once this is finished, what will actually then happen is we'll have a results page. Now, at the moment, obviously, we don't have any data. But at the end of it, you'll have a results page that will then tell you which page has won. And when you have the winning page, whether that's your first page, your second page, or third or fourth, if you're running an ABCD split test, all you then need to do is say, right, this is the best page. You had the most conversions. And then I can then set that to live. So basically, you just go and change the URL for that and make it live. And then just set the other one, the old page to unpublished. Or delete the old page if you don't like it at all, whatever you'd like to do. So really, really easy for you then to go and action your changes. One of the things I did ask Adam, because I was going to be recording this video, was what happens if someone comes to my website? So let's say they've come to my homepage where I'm running a split test. On my homepage, I have a call to action, which is asking someone to book a project in with me. So maybe fill out a project inquiry form. What happens if that person comes to the first page, which is our split test page, and then they go and visit our about page, our services page, our blog page, and something else? Is the conversion still going to be counted? And that's obviously really important for us, because an indirect conversion where someone has been engaged enough to stay on the page, they've read enough content, or they've seen enough that they like on the page to go and read more, but then they've completed the action we want them to take, is that still counted? Now, Adam said to me, yes, it is still counted. even better than that, he said that if the person comes back later in the day or another day, as long as they're using the same IP address, it will still be counted as a conversion. So that's a really awesome thing to remember. It's not just that they have to be on a page and complete an action and go to the next page. So it's not like on the landing page, for example, they've got to fill out a form and then go to the thank you page. They could go to your landing page, then go read your about page, read a blog, spend half an hour having a cup of tea, go for a walk with a dog. Then they could come back and the conversion will still count once they make that conversion. So that's really cool. So in terms of what Adam's doing, as I said, he has a lifetime deal. At the time of recording this video, which is shortly after 4 o'clock in the UK on Wednesday the 14th of August, there's a little over 5 hours left. It's a $97 deal. For me, it's an absolute no-brainer. I mean, this works. I think even my testimonial has said, like, it works for you if you have a website, if you build funnels, if you have clients, if you sell products and courses. It's an absolute no-brainer. I've got 3 more videos coming up on this, which I'm going to share in the Funnel Packs group, and I'll also offer. So if you are watching this, obviously they've accepted, but I'm also going to offer to the other guys who are talking about Split Hero in case they want to share it with their group. So if I'm in your group right now and I'm talking, hello to everyone. As I said, Matt from Funnel Packs. I just wanted to help you guys out and explain what we're doing. I think what Adam's done is really, really cool. Particularly for our customers, it works really, really well with funnels. But it works honestly. Any kind of content where you have someone, and obviously you don't tend to have content where you don't have a call to action, but any page where you want a customer to take an action, you can use this, and that's really cool. And then the roadmap, which we're going to be covering in a 4th video with some other bits and pieces. There's so much cool stuff on that roadmap as well. And just if you're watching this, please upvote my Thrivecart request. Anyway, check it out. Mel and I, just to finally add, Mel and I are not making anything from this. Adam has generously offered us a small affiliate commission on each sale. We are giving everything to Mark Fouey and his campaign for Oliver Martin to set up. And I don't want to go too much into that because I don't want to cry on this video, but basically, we're giving it away to Mark. We feel that Mark deserves it. So if you buy from us, that's cool. I know if you buy through Dave Toomey's link as well in the Beaver Builder group, he's doing the same. Honestly, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get this, where you buy this from. Like, please don't. I'm not trying to manipulate you emotionally. Please, it's $97. It's an hour or 2 of your time. This is going to change the way that you do business. It's going to make sure that your content is effective and it works, and it's going to help you make more money from your clients. So thanks for joining me. Have an awesome day. I'll see you on the next video. Take care.